Kello with the Jello. Hello, welcome to Play the Boombox. Today we got a special guest with us, Lelilani Monroe, aka Lelilani the producer. How you doing today?
Hey.
First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for, taking time today to talk to me, chat with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself to everybody and let them know what it is you do, even though I know you're a woman of many hats.
No, okay. Well, thank you for having me. I am Lelilani Monroe, like she said, aka Lelilani the producer. I produce music. I've been doing that for forever. I ain't gonna even say how long, because then that'll tell you how old I am. That's the secret. But for a long time, tell you it's been over 10 years. I like to do music projects with women, females, and stuff like that. I mean, because it's fun. I like doing music, but I also do real estate. I have a real estate company where I am working with several investors to sell their properties for them. I think it's easier working with investors, so I love that. And then I also have the Boss Woman Network, where I partner up with Lynette Riddicks. She's my business partner in that. Right now, we're actually doing a toy drive, December 23rd. I know you probably won't be in Houston again because you were here for Thanksgiving.
I know.
But we're definitely doing it December 23rd in the South Lawn Projects. That's what me and my husband grew up at. So we do it every year. This is like the fourth one. So we have Rec Shop Records, the Screwed Up Records and Tapes, my husband, and No Sister Left Behind, Houston Cares, Black Heritage Festival. Just to name a few, because I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. So I'm sorry for the companies that I don't remember, but we'll all be there donating toys. So if anybody on here would like to donate any items or money or anything like that, go to bosswomennetwork.com. That's www.bosswomennetwork.com. And one more thing I want to say, I have a mixtape dropping this week on livemixtapes.com. So you can go there, search Lelilani Monroe, and you can listen to all my mixtape. I kind of like the slowed and chopped thing. It's a Houston thing. So you can check it out. It's going to be some slow down music on live mixtapes. But I think that's all I do as far as that, other than the podcast, Lelilani's Couch, 10 Minutes of Motivation. We got the Boss Woman Network podcast, and we shoot short films. Just like you, Kello, we're doing a whole bunch of stuff. So, it's good to connect with other women that's doing a whole lot of different stuff, wearing a whole lot of hats.
You are doing it all. And even though I may not be present, I'm going to make sure I donate, because Kello love the kids. She love the kids.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, so let's see what we can start, because you do everything, just a jill of all trades. So
I know.
Boss Woman Network, tell me about that. Like, explain it a little more, like what it is.
Okay, so Boss Woman Network stemmed from me wanting to connect with other women. Growing up, I've always had a little rough patch. Me being an introvert, I had kind of like a hard time connecting with women. I kind of grew up just really having male friends, and I just really didn't connect really with women. So to challenge myself, I created the Boss Women Network to kind of push myself out there to connect with other women and connect with other women in business. So I know it's a lot of other women like me that kind of uncomfortable, maybe shy to reach out to other females in business, right, or would like to collaborate, So the Boss Woman Network was created so we can have an avenue to collaborate with other boss women. And that way we can do music projects, we can do fashion projects, we can do community projects. We can just do a lot of things together while inspiring and supporting each other at the same time, and I created that and then reached out to other females like Lynette, to kind of join me in that and offer her a position to be one of the business owners of that. And Lynette Riddicks was also the former president of the NAACP in Fort Bend County in Houston. No, I guess that's Sugar Land. But she do a lot of things. She ran for office over there in that area. So she's just a great asset. So we just really want to connect with other boss women. And you don't even have to be a woman that has got a degree, even though we have one. You don't have to have it. You just have to have drive, because we'll show you we're going to inspire you to go, and if you want to get a degree, walk you in that direction. If you want to start a podcast, show you and walk you in that direction for people that's just getting started, or for women that's already established, or where we can come together and make something happen. Whatever the case, we just about inspiring and building something with other women. So
right. I love that so much. I feel like we can get so further ahead as women if we stick together. I'm like, look at men when they link up. You know what I'm saying? And I will say, I feel like it's getting better because if you look at, the women like on social media that's winning the day, they kind of they sticking together. So I like the fact that you guys are offering a space for women who are already doing it, but then also for those who may don't know where to start. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can inspire each other. You can build them up and just keep building. So I love that. I feel like it's very important.
Thank you. And that's what it's all about. That's why I'm so excited about connecting with you, because you're way out there in Atlanta, but you're also a Houston native, Houstonian. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, girl, I'm mobile. If I got to be there, I'm going to get there.
Yeah, we're going to get there to you too,
Right.
So, definitely.
So sure. You also stated that you're a producer, music producer. So I kind of want to know, like, what inspired that? Like, how did you get into that? Did you grow up in like a music environment? You just had a love for music? Because I love when like women excel in like a male dominated, industry. Like I told you, I went to school for recording arts, and it was probably like me and two other women. Like it was nothing but dudes. So like, how did you get into that?
The craziest thing, I didn't know that I was going to be interested in that. The craziest thing happened to me. Well, I was always had a love for music. I always knew the latest music would be up all night with my little boombox in my bed. Speaking of the boombox, I would sleep with my little boombox in the bed and just have music playing in my sleep. But one day, I think I was about 11 years old. I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if this because you're a little younger than me. So
hold on, but my soul though.
But on Channel 39, they had when they had the cartoons coming on in between commercials, it would have a little sign, a little message at the bottom talking about call this number, which was True Magic 102 at the time. Call this number, and if you call, you'll win a prize. I didn't know what the prize was going to be, but if you got in and be the ninth call or whatever, you'll win a prize. So when I called, I got in and I won a keyboard.
Okay.
I didn't know nothing about keyboards or nothing like that. Won the keyboard. My daddy took me up there. I picked up my little keyboard or whatever. And ever since then, I was playing by ear. You know what I mean? I didn't take piano lessons. I was just playing and, coming up with little sounds or whatever. And then as I got older, my friend, one of my best friends, Tori, she was already doing music, like rapping. Nobody was doing the beats, but everybody was like rapping. She had a song with like ESG called Smoke On. And then my husband at the time, when I met him, we were 13. He eventually started getting into music. So those two people kind of inspired me to start getting into music, but I wanted to go in at a different route. I was interested in the music, the background side. So I started taking classes like you did at the community college, kind of learning the foundation of it. And then it went from there. I always like to compete with guys, like you said, even in school, like I was doing the talent shows. Me and my husband was competing against each other in middle school in talent shows.
Look, who won?
But we was dancing. So nobody won because a fight broke out. We went to Kello middle school. So a fight broke out. So the talent show got canceled before they can announce who won the talent show. So we both still don't know who won that talent show. But he claimed he won. I claim we won. So it's, but like I used to play the little flag football, like everything boys, I was competing with them because it seemed like boys are more driven. I don't know. I'm not at that time, women are driven, as crazy driven now, but at the time, boys, even in school, girls are always boy crazy.
Yeah.
And guys get together, they like girls, but they either trying to make money, even if it was illegal, they was focused on making money.
Figure out a way.
They had dreams and goals.
I think it's a generational thing. Like if you think back to like the old days, like a lot of women stayed at home, the men went out and brought the bacon back. So I think that's kind of like a generational thing that was passed down. So that's probably why I don't like to say I act like a boy because I'm working on my divine femininity, but I always like girl stuff. Like if that makes sense, I like the activities the boys was doing. Like I want to hang, I want to roll, but I like the girl stuff. Like that makes sense. Like I wanted to be in the mix. I want the money. I want to do this and do that, but I wanted to look like a girl. Like I like you know.
Don't get me wrong, you gonna laugh, but I had every Barbie doll that came out, okay, all the way up to middle school in the 6th grade. I was embarrassed because everybody went to school talk about all the clothes they got. I was thinking, I got the livest Barbie doll, I got the new ones that just came out. I'm in middle school. I was the only one still getting toys. Like I was still girly. I was still girly, but I was tomboyish. Like I was the girl that still dressed like a, but back then the tomboy thing for the girls was in.
It was in.
You know what I'm
saying?
Was in.
Cause I wore like tennis shoes and Air Max and stuff like that, but I was gonna, keep my hair done, put on a little lip gloss, little lip liner.
Yeah, you gonna keep your hair done, try to sneak. My mama didn't let me wear makeup, so I was gonna sneak and put a little something on going to school, but come home and be all smeared off. She let me do a little lip, but I was sneaking that line. She gave me a little color lip gloss, and I was sneaking that line. So I definitely understand. I wasn't all the way to this. I was more in the middle, like how you say you are. We're in the middle. We're not too far over that side, not too far over that side. But you know what? It seemed like, I ain't gonna lie, it seemed like men kind of like girls that are like kind of like they could be the homeboy and the girlfriend at the same time. Not too feminine, but not too tomboys, but right there in the middle, the way they can feel comfortable. That's from something what I've seen.
I feel like back in the day, nowadays, I feel like everybody just wants you to just be there. I don't know.
You mean like have all this work done and be looking like the Barbie doll?
I feel like back in the day that was a thing because it always worked for me. But I feel like now in this social media age, and I could be wrong, I'm just going off what I see and experience. I feel like a lot of times, a lot of dudes, they just want you to look good and just be there. Like,
when you kind of like balance it out, y'all can kind of connect on so many different areas.
Right. I guess for my own personal experience, I feel like me being a driven person in the world that we're in entertainment. So you met your husband when you was young. I find like it's hard for me to date sometimes and do what I'm doing because people don't understand like my passion and my drive behind what I'm doing. It's like you want me to dedicate all my time to you, but it's like, but you going after your goals, you going after your dreams. Like we can't meet in the middle somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. That is true. Yeah, I can, before my husband and I got married, I'm not gonna lie, we had some stenches where, when he was young, he was kind of younger and he got a record deal. And, those record deals can make the young people kind of go a little wild. So we had a little period of we weren't together and we were dating other people. And I was driven and I know what it's like to deal with somebody that don't fully understand your drive, even though they're driven, but you drive, they demand so much time of yours when you just really not trying to give it. But I just feel like that just means that you and that person wasn't aligned. You know what I mean? When you're aligned, you really understand each other's grind and you help each other with that grind. Sometimes people could be selfish and they just, but when you just totally on that same, evenly yoked and on that same wavelength, you understand each other. That's just what I think. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's it. Because you can't be selfish and not understand somebody else is just as driven. What he wants you to be a housewife? Because women today aren't on that page.
Right. You can take care of the home, but I'm not no housewife. I can keep the home intact together, but I'm not no housewife. That's not gonna happen.
We trying to elevate, and we want to bring something just as much to the table nowadays. So most definitely, I pray that you find your match.
Thank you,
someone that's just for you.
I appreciate that.
Working in the same field that's gonna help you build. You know what I mean?
I'll make sure that invitation come in the mail. Make sure you're one of the first persons to receive that wedding invitation in the mail.
Yes. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be easy because I'm not. Marriage, relationships. I don't care if it's with your man, your best friend, cousin, business partners, whatever. It is all a job and it takes constant work. It's gonna be some problems. It's gonna be some struggles. It's all about who you willing to go through that with forever and work it out.
Right.
And that's just
that's why I said whoever I date or whoever I end up being with, I need us to build a friendship because I feel like when you friends with somebody, like if you think about like your female friends, male friends, whatever, when you're their friend and y'all build a friendship, y'all build a bond, whether you mad at them or whatever, like you're still gonna show up for them. You know what I'm saying? You're still gonna hold them down. You're still gonna be there. And I feel like you have to have that friendship to put that type of effort in, because when you know you are, in the beginning when people like that stuff fade. So I'm
That's
like,
true. It does.
what about when I don't like you, when I'm mad at you? Like, I'm still show up. You still gonna show up? Like, I feel like you should build a friendship first.
That does matter. I'm not gonna even lie to you, because it's easy to drop somebody that you're not really genuinely friends with. And that's with any friends, whatever. I mean, not gonna even husbands, because people that just jump into marriages before building that friendship, that's why those marriages, they quit on them, quit on friendships, quit on everything. But when you are genuinely somebody's friend, you accept them for who they are unconditionally, good, bad, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all work it out. You advise them if you see your friend doing something wrong, or your husband or your whatever business partner, you tell them that's not right. You know what I'm saying? And y'all work, and you help guide them and guide each other and inspire each other. That's what it's all about. So
right. So for any women out there who want to get started in business, whether it's entertainment, real estate, whatever, like, what advice would you give them? Because a lot of people I know today, they kind of procrastinate because they feel like, well, I don't have this, or I don't have that, or I don't know how to do this. I feel like we have so many tools and resources now because of social media, but I feel like because of the pictures that's being painted, sometimes people procrastinate because they feel like they have to achieve perfection before they even, jump out there. And I don't think that's true. Or you'll be waiting forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not true. The only thing you're supposed to do is just take the step, and then God will make the next step and the next step, because you're not going to see the steps right away. You know what I'm saying? Right. But when you start taking that first step is when God gives you the vision, and he starts slowly giving you the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. You just have to go. Whatever it is, do the research, find out whatever it is you have an interest in, do the research in that particular area. Go on YouTube. YouTube have all kind of classes. I did go to school and get a degree, but you don't have to do that, because YouTube and social media, and it's so much information out there that you can just learn everything on your own. School is just having teachers there where you can ask questions. So when you're confused about something, with all the information that you learn, and you can ask the teacher the questions what you're confused about. But you can get mentors, you know what I mean? Try to put yourself in circles of people that are interested in the same things as you. You can go to Meetup and sign up there. It's got a lot of people with different interests there that you can find that you connect with. And that's what the Boss Women Network is about, to kind of network with other women that's, that can give you information. Lynette teaches women how to get their LLCs and nonprofit organizations. Me, I can teach you as far as music wise. My master's degree is in business, so I can help you also get your business situated, build your website, teach you how to start your podcast, teach you how to put it on Spotify and all those other areas. Even if you want to do music, I can show you how to register, copyright it. It's just so much information out there. It's just good to connect with other people that's in that world, or you can learn from, you know what I mean? So basically just take the steps, and then God will definitely make the next steps visible to you, as long as you just do it.
Right. I 100% agree with that. So music, you love music, you're a producer. Who are some of your favorites? I want to know who are some of your favorites now, and then maybe back in the day growing up. Like, who are some of the people that kind of inspired you, that you was just playing nonstop?
As far as like producers or artists all together?
It don't even matter. It could be singer, rapper, producer, just whoever.
Well, I was definitely inspired by, of course, I love Lauryn Hill. She didn't do any producing, but the fact that she was like a triple threat. She was an actress. She could sing, she could rap. That just let me know that you don't have to be one-dimensional and just do one thing. You can do multiple things and still be talented. You know what I mean? Still be, somebody, because a lot of times we think, society teaches that go to college, learn to be a doctor or lawyer, and then that's just tunnel vision on just that one thing. But you can be talented and good at a lot of different things. So definitely Lauryn Hill. I loved Timbaland. I liked his beats when he was working with Aaliyah. I love those type of tracks he was making. Definitely Pharrell. I love the fact that he's just versatile with his creativity. I like Mos Def. I know that was kind of weird, but I like the fact that he can act.
I like Mos Def.
I like the fact that he can act. I mean, you would just be surprised. I was just intrigued the fact that he could rap on that level.
Poetry.
I like different. Yeah, I like different stuff, and then that he can get out there and do some acting. And then of course my own husband, because he is a rapper, but he started out dancing, and then he writes books, and then he writes film, movies, and then he's just versatile in many different areas. So what other producers? Right now I like the London on the Track. I like his beats. What is that other guy's name? Mustard, DJ Mustard. I like his beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a lot of his beats too. I like Kanye West, some of his tracks too. But definitely Beyonce is my girl.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm not gonna argue with that.
Most definitely her, but yeah. I'm definitely one day want to work with her. One of these days,
Good luck speaking. I've been speaking it since middle school. They thought I was crazy. I've been telling them since middle school. Just wait till it pop up.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you and how you just stepped out on faith and just moved to Atlanta and just doing the doggone thing in movies and just, and then you was a little kind of skeptical at first, but then you talked to Steve Harvey and I love his message. He was like, God didn't send you there to just go back.
Well, thank you so much. Like you said, when you make the first step, God to do the rest. And doing anything different or outside of your comfort zone is always scary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've been doing this type of stuff for a while, but it was at a different scale. It's one thing to do something at home with people that know you and you're familiar with. Then you just move, to another.
Yeah,
thing.
I know that had to be scary.
Nobody. So,
yeah, I know that was scary. But you got out there and started networking, connecting, and everything in a whole new city. So that takes a lot of courage.
I'm like, when you do something drastic like that, it's like, I ain't got no choice. I'm either going to give it my all or I might as well go back home. So.
And that goes to show, taking them steps, like you said, and stepping out on faith and just going. You didn't even know where God was going to lead you, what direction you was going to go. You just knew you wanted to get out there and make a name for yourself, get into the acting world and just find yourself out there, and you doing it. So congrats to you.
I appreciate you. Like you said, I'm grateful for people like you. That's you opening up doors, you providing a community for people, because it's a lot of people that you have dreams and goals. Like now it's more common because you can see it. But like you said, when we were growing up, everything was you have to do this or you have to do that. Like I've always wanted to do the same type of stuff since I was a kid. I always watched TV, videos, movies. Like I always wanted to be a superstar. I always wanted to, and my mom believed in me, but at first it was like backup plan. And I was like, I'm not feeling that. I want to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And not saying, sometimes you do have to do what you don't want to do to get to where, you want to be. That's true. Sometimes you might have to work somewhere you don't want to work or whatever, but you can still put it in your mind that this is what I'm going to do and I ain't going to do nothing else. I feel like if you have that mentality and you're giving it your all, like you said, let God lead you, then it'll work itself out.
Most definitely. I feel like that is the only way. That is the only way.
So I know you said you got a mixtape. You said dropping this week?
Yeah, this week, livemixtapes.com. Do you listen to live mixtapes?
I do.
Yeah, livemixtapes.com is definitely slowed down and chopped up music. That's what, the H-Town thing.
Right.
And plus, I just wanted to, my husband, he advised me, I was already creating a slowed and chopped mixtape, but he was like, live mixtapes is the area to put them out at. And he said that basically it's a niche for it, because when you go to live mixtapes, everybody is doing regular music, right, but it's not really much competition with the slowed and chopped slowed down music, other than I think it's DJ Ron C or something like that. He's doing slowed and chopped, but outside of that, that's like my only. So that's why as soon as I started putting the mixtapes on there, they started getting a lot of streams because there's nobody else doing it. So,
right. So that's pretty clever, finding your niche. So are there any other projects that you're working on right now that you want to talk about? Anything upcoming? I know you said you have the toy drive, you got the mixtape dropping. Is there anything else that you're working on?
Also, with the Boss Woman Network. Well, I'll finish with the Boss Woman Network. We're doing like a I guess it's like a networking mixer. It's called, don't quote me on it, but you can go to the bosswomannetwork.com, but it's called Connecting with Higher Level Thinking People or something like that. But it's trying to connect with higher energy level women, because, like I was talking to you before, I've had some experiences working with women, and it wasn't the greatest, but I feel like we just weren't aligned. Sometimes you're
Right.
just not aligned. Sometimes you just don't connect. People just
Right.
don't have the right commonalities or within each other, and they just don't connect. So basically, we're just trying to recruit and connect with other women that's kind of vibrating on the level that we are, and have the same
Right.
drive, same vision, same goals, so we can kind of build and move forward together. So we're doing a networking event in January. I believe it's January 27th, but don't quote me on the date. So go to the website, www.bosswomennetwork.com. Our podcast, we're going to be starting back up doing the Boss Women Network podcast, where we're interviewing and talking to other boss women and what they have going on. We offer an affiliate program to where you can be a regular partner with us. So whether we're doing a film project, music project, whatever kind of project we're doing, we get money together and we do the project together, so we're offering that. Not because we used to offer just memberships where people become a member. We don't offer that anymore, where you just be a member. It's an affiliate partnership. So you're actually a partner with us, and we're collaborating on different projects together. So that's what we're offering right now, recruiting for that.
Check that out myself now.
Yeah, and then so once you become a collaborative partner, then we offer services like we'll help you get your LLC if you need help with that. It's like we becoming a family. We help each other. We're building together.
Right.
We're giving information and things like that. So, and we're doing events together. And first, Boss Women Network will do our own events, and then we give discounts on our events that we have. You don't pay the regular price. You pay a discounted rate if we have an event or something like that. But anything that we do together, we get money together.
Right.
So that's what we're doing. And then we also having like dance workshops to where you kind of to motivate you, dance and exercise go hand in hand. So it's like exercise, dance, like things like we're going to be having those, I think, once a month where we can come out and dance and exercise together to kind of give ourselves some motivation there. Right. So we're just doing nothing but motivational things with the Boss Women Network. So that's one thing where we're working on. We got a lot of stuff going on with that. I'm doing my podcast, my personal podcast called Lelilani's Couch, 10 Minutes of Motivation, which you actually interviewed on there last week. I'm still editing on it. But yeah, that podcast is about that is motivation. We talk about books that inspire you. So each podcast episode is about a book that I've read. I'll tell the person about a book, and then we'll both read it, and then we'll discuss what steps we took, or what did we learn out of it, and how did it inspire us, and how can we inspire somebody else and give information based on that. Just some 10 minutes of motivation, because everybody needs something. Right. We live in a time where the society is kind of tough. We don't know what's getting ready to happen. People are just taking people and taking body organs. It's just right. So much with the presidency, and just so much going on with the world that it's kind of scary. COVID. Yeah. So we need some type of motivation to keep us going, and to not focus on all the negativity, and just to focus on something positive to keep us focused and moving forward in our goals and our passions and things like that. So that's what the 10 minutes of motivation is about, to kind of get you going.
Right.
So those are the things that I'm working on right now. And then of course the music projects, and the project I have coming out with my husband, the Monroe's album is produced by Solo. He's a popular producer in the city. So yeah, that's what we have going on right now. So I'm excited about all the things, and I'm excited about our project that we're going to have.
Yes.
So yes. That's basically it, and I'm just looking forward to the future.
Look, you booked and busy. I love it. Well, first of all,
you booked and busy.
Look, I'm trying to get like you. Boss Women Network. I love it. But first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for, just coming on my platform, coming on my podcast, taking the time, to chat with me, just talking about these things. I feel like these are the things that, people need to hear. You know what I'm saying? And see that it's positive examples out there. Because like you said, sometimes, you might meet one or two people that you're not aligned with. And then people, they get a wrong idea about women, period, when it comes to like business and collaborating. And then I hate that, because I've experienced both. So I know there's good people out there. You can't let one bad apple, You know what I'm saying?
Ruined it.
Determined.
You're right. I'm not gonna lie. I almost quit because it was hurting me so bad. Because I go in with this giving, genuine spirit, and everybody not raised the same. Or
Right.
it's not even raised. A lot of people didn't go to school, so they don't learn. They haven't learned how to work in teams. Books is very key to helping you grow as a person and knowledge and expanding your mind, because
Agree.
working in teams is deeper than the surface.
Right.
People gotta understand that a lot of times people don't agree based on the way they were raised, based on their culture, based on their life experiences.
Right.
Because sometimes people never left the hood. So if people are accustomed to thinking the same when they're from a same environment.
I got the gist of what you were saying. Like people, if it depends on what you're exposed to, pretty much.
It depends on what you're exposed to. So a lot of times people clash based on that. So if you're in a group of people and you're the only one that has kind of gone to school or kind of gone to different environments, lived in predominantly different environments, or Asian people, white people, different people, and these people have only been in these environments, nobody's gonna understand where you're coming from when you're trying to explain different things if you're the only one went to college and learned how to.
But you have to open your mind. That's the thing. Even if you haven't been all these different places, it's about you. You'll be willing to learn different things and opening your mind. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a learner. Like if somebody's doing something or somebody has experience or something that you don't, I'm all ears. Now what now? Hold on. Let me get my pen and paper. I still write stuff down. If I don't got no pen and paper, let me pull out my notes, You have to be willing to learn.
Yeah, and so most of the time that has been my experience. I be trying to tap into people that haven't been to school or haven't done a lot of things or been around or been raised in different environments to kind of open their minds to trying doing things a different way other than what they're used to. But a lot of times they look at me as, sometimes, I can't say everybody, but maybe feel like I'm better, but it's not that. I'm just trying to show you a different way. You know what I mean? And so sometimes that causes people to look at people differently other than just going deeper than the surface and trying to fully understand people's different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Because I always go in with an open mind and understanding and be going in with my heart. But a lot of times people just don't understand that because I've done a lot of different things and been around different environments. I mean, I was born in Hawaii. You know what I mean? I'm not, I've been different places and been around different people. So my life is different. So I have different schoolings instead of just being in a predominantly Black, although I love my HBCUs and this and that and Black, but I want them to have different experiences to understand different cultures, to understand how different people think, because they're not going to just be around our people when they're in the real world. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's just basically it.
And like you said, sometimes those not your people, because I feel like you should always be willing to learn. Mm-hmm. Always. Like you're not gonna get nowhere if you keep a mindset like just I'm used to what I'm doing. That's all I want to do. I want to do nothing else. You're gonna stay there for the rest of your life.
Right. And so that's just all it is in a nutshell. No hard feelings to nobody. I got love for everybody, even if we had some differences and different agreements or didn't see things the same. I still got love for everybody. I wish everybody much success. God just have different plans for different people and different walks in our lives. And that's just it.
You're right about that. Well, make sure you drop all your social media handles, your website, so people can check you out. Find out about the drive, your mixtape, just everything you have going on. Make sure you drop all your handles.
Well, you can go to www.bosswomennetwork.com. It has one N in it between the women and the network. So bosswomennetwork.com. You can go to LelilaniTheProducer.com. You may not know how to spell my name. So LeilaniTheProducer.com. So that's LelilaniTheProducer.com. You can go to Leilani Realtor.